Hey, this is Pastor Stephen with another Abbott Methodist Church moment. So I wanted to tell you all about our Director of Visual Operations and how that came about. We put it all under a title called Abbott MC Productions, and that started out many, many years ago when I got my very first iPhone. And if any of you have an iPhone, and most people do, or a lot of people do, there is a program on the iPhone called iMovies. And so I was using that to make little videos just playing with my iPhone. And one of the things that, asked for was the title. So I called it Abbott MC Productions. And so it just kind of was a fun thing to do at that moment. Well, then when we got into the production side of what we're doing now, then we kind of changed and I revamped the Abbott MC Productions name to just kind of give what we do a little bit of a title. And so originally when we started out doing all of this, then Stephen Jr., who you've heard from here recently, gave himself the title of visual. I'm not exactly how he did it, but it was visual operations director or something to that effect. And so as we moved into the bigger production scale to where we started doing the live streaming and things like that, then I called him up one day and I told him, hey, the board of Abbott MC Productions had met and had decided that we were going to eliminate the position of visual arts director. And so basically that put him out of a job. So then in the next breath, I told him that he had then been named visual operations director there at the church. And that meant he was in charge of everything that had to do with the visual operations of the church. And that he would now be the producer, but I would now be the executive producer. And so we just have a lot of fun with it. The church services that we put together, we kind of make those, we keep a standard there that we will not violate as far as what we do with those services. We don't do anything, everything that we do with those is pretty much by the book on each service that we do for the actual worship services. Now, I started something quite some time ago called Church from the Steps, and most likely you've seen some of those programs that we put together, and we either do Church from the Steps or we Church from the Steps on the road, depending on what we've got going on and whether or not we want to travel a little bit and go see someplace differently. And so we've decided, and I've told him that we would take Church from the Steps and Church from the Steps on the road, and we will use those to have a little bit more creativity in them. And so that's the reason that you see a lot more of the visuals. We go a lot of different places. We shoot videos here and there and yonder. And so Church from the Steps is something we do that's a little bit more fun. This particular, we've used this particular setup right here that we're in front of at the moment as Church from the Steps on the front porch. So, we've done several things with that. So we're continuing to build on our visual program, our live streaming, and our other things that we put out there. We want to keep the church fresh. We want to keep things moving. We want to keep everybody engaged. And just know that we appreciate you so much for staying in touch with us. I had posted yesterday the stuff regarding the celebration of the 20th year that we're doing this coming Sunday. And one of the first responses that I got was from a gentleman in the Czech Republic of Europe. So Abbott Methodist Church from the little small town in Texas, it's the birthplace of Willie Nelson, and his sister Bobby is reaching around the world. And so we have people that watch us from Canada. We have people that watch us from Pakistan, from India. We've had people from Portugal, from Spain. And so we've also have a lot of people local. and here in the States that watch us as well. So we're excited. We like to make sure that things stay fresh and that you always have something new to look at. Please check out the Abbott Methodist Church website. You can be reaching it at Abbott Methodist Church, all one word, .org. That's abbottmethodistchurch.org. Check out the website. There's a lot of good stuff on there. We always tag our services, every service that we put out. Even though we live stream it on Facebook, you can go back and find it on the website as well as the Church from the Steps. Try to do devotionals on there when I get a chance. And just a lot of different things that we try to put on the website, and we want you to all go take advantage of all that as well. There's a spot on there where you can send us your prayer requests if you have those, and we'll be glad to pray over those as well. And if you're so inclined, there's also a button there where you can donate to the church if you would like to as well. So, all right, I've loaded you up on information on this edition of Abbott Methodist Church Moment. So I'll say goodbye for now, and we will see you again real soon, like Sunday morning. Take care. Bye-bye now.